And then there were two. We've arrived at the men's final of the Australian Open 2024 between Jannik Sinner of Italy and Daniil Medvedev of Russia. They both played amazing semi-finals, contrasting semi-finals. Sinner came through in 4 sets against Djokovic, almost won it in straight sets, played the tennis of his life. And Medvedev, on the other hand, came from 2 sets to love down against Zverev and came through in 5 sets. 3rd and 4th sets, very tense tie breaks. He came through 7-6, 7-6, and then he cleaned up in the 5th set, as he usually does. So let's have a look at some statistics. First of all, let's look at their last meeting and their recent meetings. Sinner won their last meeting at the ATP Finals 2023. He won in 3 sets, 6-3, 6-7, 6-1. He also won in 3 sets at Vienna earlier in the year. And he won in straight sets in Beijing in 2 tiebreaks. I remember that match very well. Let's have a look at a few other stats. So this is some of the stats from the tournament so far. So they're head to head. Medvedev's leading 6-3. Medvedev won their first 6 meetings and Sinner's won their last 3 meetings. So the tide's turned. It looks as if Sinner's got Medvedev's number. He might have sussed his game out. I think he has. I think he'll win the final. But let's have a look at some stats. So Sinner's played 19 sets, Medvedev 26. Sinner's played 177 games to Medvedev's 259. Average games a set, 9.3 for Sinner, 10 for Medvedev. Games conceded, 47 for Sinner, 89 for Medvedev. Games conceded percentage, 27% Sinner, 34% Medvedev. Their current ranking is 4 for Sinner, 3 for Medvedev. So in terms of a matchup, you couldn't get fairer than that. They're only 1 ranking position separates them. My pick is Sinner. I think he'll do it. Now, Medvedev has played a lot more games in this tournament. He's done a lot more miles. Sinner's the more efficient player. He likes to get the matches over quickly. He does it in style. He's only played 19 sets, as I say. So he's like almost a match and a half, less than what Medvedev's played. 7 sets is quite a lot. Games as well, about 80 odd games there, Average games a set, 9.3 to 10, so Sinner's winning his set on average 6-3, Medvedev 6-4, so he's got a game per set, roughly, as an advantage. Games conceded, Medvedev's conceded almost double as many games as Sinner. That just shows you how many more games he's played, quite a lot. Sinner has a 7% less games conceded percentage, so that could prove crucial as well. Let's have a look at some other advanced stats. So aces, 47 Sinner, 78 Medvedev. So Medvedev's had a lot more aces in this tournament. However, look at the double faults, 10 for Sinner, 42 for Medvedev. A lot of double faults. So the aces double faults ratio is much better for Sinner. So for every double fault he's getting roughly 5 aces. Not the case with Medvedev. He's not even getting 2 aces per double fault. So his double fault count needs to come down. He's not going to win this final with a double fault count like that. If he starts hitting the aces, you never know, but the double faults need to come down. First serve percent, 61% for Sinner over the tournament and 62% for Medvedev. Nothing in it really. Win on first serve percent, 78 and 75. Nothing in it really. Win on second serve percent, 65 for Sinner, 55 for Medvedev. So that's a 10% difference. That's significant. Break points won. Sinner's won 30 break points over the tournament out of 65 opportunities. Medvedev's won 33 out of 78. So 46.4% to 45.4% break point win percentage. So that's only 1% separates them. It's not a lot really. So they are making the most of their break point opportunities. They're roughly even in that department. Tie breaks won. Sinner has won 1 out of 2 tiebreaks over the tournament, so 50%, and 5 out of 6 for Medvedev, so 83%. So Medvedev's played a lot more tiebreaks. He's very good at tiebreaks. He does win most of his tiebreaks. Sinner hasn't really played many, but to be honest, he doesn't really need to, because he's winning the sets 6-3 on average. He's, you know what I mean, he's getting the sets over and done with pretty quick because his serve is amazing. Ground strokes, you know, he doesn't need tiebreaks really. He doesn't have to play tiebreaks. It doesn't get that far. Receiving points won 245 to 317. Points won 628 to 855. Medvedev's played a lot more games, so that's the only reason his points are higher. Games won 117 Sinner, 142 Medvedev. Max games won in a row. So over the whole tournament, Sinner has won 7 games in a row, maximum, and Medvedev's won 8. Max points won in a row. Sinner 10, Medvedev 8. Service points won 383 for Sinner and 538 for Medvedev. That's just because he's played more games. Some of these stats don't really matter very much. Service games won 86 for Sinner, 104 for Medvedev. Now here's the one I want to look at. Opponents' rank. So the average rank of the players that they've played so far in the tournament, 45 for Sinner and 52 for Medvedev. So only 7 ranking positions higher. They're roughly the same on average. Sinner's played slightly better players on average. Now his last 2 opponents were ranked 1 and 5 respectively, and Medvedev 6 and 9. So yeah, I mean, Sinner's knocked out the world number 1 Novak Djokovic. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, he deserves to win this tournament. It doesn't work like that, however. You can knock out the number 1 and still lose. It'll be heartbreaking if he did lose the final, but I don't think he will. I think he'll play similar tennis to what he played in the semi. I hope he can reproduce it, because we've seen before players play very well and then in the next round they play not so well. Pressure can get to them and things. So Medvedev don't think he'll have as much pressure on his shoulders. I think Sinner will have more, because he's been playing so well and he's put Djokovic out. So the expectation will be a wee bit higher, I think, on his shoulders. Medvedev, he's came through a lot of 5-setters. He almost went out against Zverev, and so he probably thinks he doesn't even deserve to be there, or he can't believe he is there. So I think that there'll be less pressure on Medvedev, so he can play a wee bit more freely. But he'll want to win, no doubt about it. He'll want to win this. So this desire to win will obviously cause a little bit of pressure. But I think Sinner's more than capable of handling the pressure, and I really think he'll come through. So I'm sticking to my guns on this. So I'm picking Sinner for this. I don't think I'll go to 5 sets. I think Sinner will win it in straight sets or 4 sets, so 3 or 4 sets. And if it does go to 5 sets, then it's a toss-up, because we've seen what Medvedev can do in 5-setters, and I wouldn't want to bet against him. But I don't think it'll go to 5 sets. So Sinner, if he can win it in 3 or 4, it's Sinner, definitely. So he has to get the match over with. If it goes to 5, he can still win it, no doubt about it. But I think if it goes to 5, it's even Steven. I think Medvedev could end up winning it, so Sinner could get tired. But overall, I'm going to stick with Sinner. So Sinner in 3 or 4. So guys, look forward to the match. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe, like, share. Sports View 24/7. And I'll see you on the next video.